watching KTAL News Now. Here's Brittany DeFran with your midday news break.
Welcome to KTAL News Now and happy Monday. I'm Brittany DeFran. Here's your midday news break. Let's kick things off with NBC6, your local election headquarters. Republican Tom Arceneaux became the next mayor of Shreveport, and NBC6's Asia Tab spoke with the winning candidate and a few supporters that night when he received the news. Let's take a listen.
The winning election is just the first step. You can't govern until you're elected. So we had to do that now. Now the work begins, and that's what I'm excited about.
Retired Officer Wendell Delaney supported Arceneaux from the very beginning of his campaign. He tells us why he believed in him so much.
He's a white Republican. I'm a black Democrat. Throw the parties out, throw the race out. It's about integrity, about moving this city to the next level.
William Bradford has known and worked with Arceneaux for years. He says electing Arceneaux is a step in the right direction.
And this is an opportunity for us to build on the successes of the past, learn from the failures of the past, and ultimately regain a city that we want to be proud of. And so this is for everyone.
I asked Arceneaux what the next step is, and he had this to say.
The first step is to assemble a very good team that can provide city services with excellence and efficiency. That'll be what I'll be working on.
For your local election headquarters, I'm Asia Tab.
And another race we were watching closely was the highly contested District B race, which Democrat Gary Brooks won on Saturday night. Brooks' win against Democrat Mavis Thigpen. He came out on top Saturday with 57% of the vote to Thigpen's 43%. District B includes Highland and Broadmoor neighborhoods, as well as downtown Shreveport.
I did like my chances. I thought I was going to do well. I didn't expect to win by this large of a margin, so thank all of my supporters and all of the voters.
And Brooks is a Highland resident and entrepreneur who has been in Shreveport for more than 50 years, so we'll definitely keep an eye on the impact that he's able to make in the community. Turning to your Health Matters report, since Thanksgiving, Northwest Louisiana has seen a rise in COVID-19 cases. A doctor at LSU Health Shreveport says the area has seen a 6% COVID positivity rate, but just about 2 months ago, it was just below 5%. She says this is due to social dynamics returning to pre-pandemic norms and people not taking the same precautions to prevent the spread. Dr. Krista Queen says there has also been an increase in emergency room visits and COVID-19 hospitalizations, but luckily we are still in the medium community transmission levels, and the community has not reached that threshold, that high threshold that we should be aware of. So thankfully, so far we are okay, but the cases are on the rise. Let's take a look at our question of the day, which coincides with the rise in COVID-19 cases. All right, we're going to give you a moment to take down this QR code you see right here on your screen. All right, with the rise in flu, COVID, and RSV cases as we've seen, is this going to keep you from traveling for the holidays? We know usually a lot of people are traveling during this time, but it looks like 52% say no, this is not going to stop me. On the other hand, 48% say yeah, I'm going to hang back and probably not travel this year because of the rise in this flu, COVID, and RSV cases. Tell us what you think here. We want to hear from you. I know I recall mentioning back during Thanksgiving when I was traveling, I really saw a few people with their mask on in the airport. So people were kind of doing what made them feel most comfortable if they were traveling. So tell us what you think. Are you going to just call off the travel plans, or are you going to not let this one hold you back? Thank you for tuning in. For more details on these stories, head over to ktalnews.com or download the KTAL News Now app for push notifications. Don't go anywhere. More to come on your midday news break.
watching KTAL News Now. Here's Brittany DeFran with your midday news break.
Hey there, happy Monday. More on your midday news break starting right now. Starting off with some regional news, a passenger allegedly stabs and kills a New Orleans Uber driver, admitting to deputies that he woke up and wanted to kill somebody. That's according to the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office. They say it happened in the parking lot of a Travel Lodge hotel in Harvey early Friday morning. The sheriff said Yolanda Dillon worked in the fiscal department for the New Orleans Police Department. She was driving for Uber when she picked up a man named Brandon Jacobs who was staying at the hotel.
Very, very unfortunate situation to the point of he actually videotaped the incident or the aftermath of the incident, posted it on social media. We had to work with Facebook last night to get that removed this morning off of their site itself of the death of Miss Dillon. That has been taken down. When we asked him specifically, how did you pick her? His response was, I didn't pick her, Uber picked her. Meaning that she was the random person that picked him up that day.
Jacobs is facing a second-degree murder charge. NOPD Superintendent Sean Ferguson said Dillon worked with the department for the past 10 years. He described her as a quiet and little giant in the fiscal department. And more in your regional headlines here. We now know the name of the person who was shot and killed on Thursday night by a Louisiana State Police trooper on Interstate 10 in Baton Rouge. Police say 52-year-old Jose Reza Navarro sparked a high-speed chase after troopers tried to pull him over. Troopers say they called off the chase after Reza Navarro caused a numerous number of crashes. They say a trooper shot and killed him after finding him leaving the scene of the last crash. And then the reason of the shooting is under investigation, and the trooper is on paid administrative leave. State police say they found more than 180 pounds of cocaine hidden in a suitcase in Reza Navarro's vehicle. We'll keep you up to date on this story on KTALnews.com, and you can check that out there for more details. Now, in your Health Matters report, since Thanksgiving, Northwest Louisiana has seen a rise in COVID-19 cases. A doctor at LSU Health Shreveport says the area has seen a 6% COVID positivity rate. About 2 months ago, it was just below 5%. So she says this is all due to social dynamics returning to pre-pandemic norms. And I know we've all seen that with, Christmas parties and holiday season. You can really see people coming together, back together, and people are not taking the same precautions to prevent the spread as they were when COVID-19 was at its highest peak.
The good news is that for most of the summer, we were in the medium and we even dipped to low community transmission levels. So right now we're still in medium community transmission levels. We haven't reached that threshold for high. So if we, for the next few weeks, if everyone does a really good job with self-isolating when they don't feel well, wearing a mask and making sure they're up to date on boosters, we may not get back into that high community transmission in our area.
Queen says there has also been an increase in emergency room visits and COVID-19 hospitalizations. All right, let's take a look at our question of the day. Let's go ahead and jump in here. Will the rise in flu and COVID and as well as RSV cases as they're all up, will it keep you from traveling this holiday season? Go ahead and tell us here. It looks like 52% say no, it is not going to stop you. And then 48% say, yeah, maybe I'm going to hang behind because of the rise in these cases. All right, thanks for joining us. Have a great rest of your Monday.